We're at Mountain Riders at Okemo, and here's Assistant Manager John Ingals.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, you too. You're going to show us how you can tell what a board is, what kind of camber. So
I can show you the difference between a reverse camber and a positive camber board very simply. This is reverse camber. It has two contact points, right here and right here. It spins very easy when it's like that, obviously, which is why you're not going to catch an edge, which is one of the big benefits of having a reverse camber board. In comparison, a positive camber board, put up here, is lifted right there and has a contact point here, 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 and here, and does not turn because the edges are down, which is where you get your control and edging from.
Okay, let's see that board. That's a love board?
This is a limited love-hate.
Oh, wow. That was in a movie. What movie was that? Do you know?
Love-hate? I don't know.
Okay, so anyway, is this from the Restricted line?
This is a shop kid line. So
What's it called?
The Nobodies line from Burton.
Wow.
For shop kids. There's like 20 or 30 of them made, I believe.
Okay, good. All right, let's look at some more boards.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, so now we are looking at the new hybrid style board. This one is by Burton, but lots of people make them, right?
Lots of people have the hybrid cambers, yeah. Almost all the companies that we carry have them. Rome has one, GNU has one, Forum has one, Burton.
Okay, so it's the latest.
Yes.
It's the latest thing. What does it do for us?
Pretty much combines the best of both worlds. It gives you the kind of fun playfulness of reverse camber, and it still gives you the stability and edge control of a traditional cambered board.
Okay, because you were saying before that the reverse camber could be a little sketchy on, what, ice?
It can be incredibly sketchy at times, just because it's the fact of trying to put an edge down takes a little bit more effort when you're rolling it up versus when your contact points are right there.
So the hybrid camber would be what? How many? 3 kinds of camber, or what?
It is 2 kinds technically. Well, it's 2 kinds in 3 places, because it's reverse camber between the bindings and positive camber under each foot.
Okay.
So you're actually going to have like a kind of V like that, like a seagull wing almost.
Okay, great. What's happened to Magnetraction? Is it still around?
It is definitely still around, yeah. There's actually Magnetraction with a couple different options now. There's Magnetraction with, they call it C2.
Let's go look at it.
Alright.
So what is C2?
C2 would be Mervin Manufacturing's version of hybrid camber. They started with the Magnetraction, which they've had for a little while.
Okay.
Which was their first version of making reverse camber a little more rideable in all conditions. Had more contact points, it was easier to turn. Now adding C2, which is their version of camber underneath the feet, you have a really, really aggressive ride if you want, or a super fun, playful feel at the same time because of the reverse camber.
Wow, so this board has everything.
This board has everything.
That's why it's the rider's choice, right?
Exactly, that's what they say.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we've got 2 Yes boards here. Who is behind that?
Yes is our newest brand that we carry this year. Actually, it's a small brand out of Washington, started by a bunch of more or less ex-Burton riders, and they decided they want to do their own thing. They want snowboarding to be fun again, and so they started.
Like snowboarding could ever not be fun, but okay.
I'm with you on that one. That's what they say. They have two boards that we've done really well with. Actually, we've sold out of a couple other models. But the Great Dudes of History, which features Einstein, Gandhi, Lincoln, and John Lennon.
Cool. Very
cool graphics. But they have their own version of Magna Traction, which is called Quick Grip, which is actually like a smaller version, and it works very.
All right, some Burton riders, including 3 un-ink riders, started this company. Who were they?
Romaine, JP, and DCP, and also Tadashi Fuse, who was one of their big backcountry riders.
Yep. All right, cool. All right, so here's the Cheech and Chong board that we covered the other day, showing up in green this time. And there's something new about the channel. Tell us about that.
For 2011, they introduced the M6 channel, which is a wider version, allowing the compatibility of a couple other binding companies on there, like Union, Form, and Flow.
Great. Really? And so there's just a plate that you pop into your binding?
There's a kind of universal plate. Then the channel itself is wired to fit traditional hardware, which is the big thing from before. You couldn't get traditional hardware in there.
Okay, cool. Did you say this is the Restricted line?
This is part of the Restricted line, yeah. The Love and the... I don't know what the other one was.
It's okay. So your board was love-hate. That is the Shop Kids line, which, what, only goes to shops?
Yeah, it's part of the Nobodies collection, and there's select, I think there's a kid or two in each area that's picked.
Wow.
To well represent the company on the hill.
And somehow at this store it's you, is that right?
Somehow it's me. I don't know, I won the luck of the draw, I guess.
All right, and then the other two areas you were telling me about of Burton are what?
Burton has a restricted line,
Right.
which our favorite from it is the Love board, which the infamous one from multiple years ago.
Yes, you can see that in my Dark Side video
Yeah,
on snowboardsecrets.tv.
Exactly, and then they also have the Meateaters collection, which is going to be even more limited. You can only get this at snowboard-only shops, and very limited snowboard-only shops, really core, which is awesome, bringing the company back to a really core level.
Cool. All right, great. Well, we loved talking to you today. You are truly encyclopedic on your knowledge.
Thank you,
And
appreciate that.
yeah, we'll see you out on the hill.
Sounds good.